I'm Darius Fraser. I'm an acting major, and I'm a junior.
My name is Adira Rosen. I'm a third-year directing major, and I'm from San Diego, California.
My name is Sammy Williams. I am a sophomore DP, and I'm going to declare technical direction, and I am from Maryland.
So my name is Margaret Shoemate. I am a sophomore design and production student. I have no idea what I'm declaring. And I'm from Fort Worth, Texas.
My name is Jordan Katz. I am a junior director, and I am from Baltimore, Maryland.
I'm Carolina Isabella Campos. I'm a freshman, MT, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Emma Patterson. I am a junior stage and production manager, and I'm from California.
My name is Cameron Allegra King. I am from New York City, and I'm a junior director.
So I applied early decision, and I actually got my letter in my first period AP computer science class at like 8:30 in the morning on, I think, December 10th. I wasn't expecting it until December 12th, so I just saw like the "you have a message" thing and opened it up, and I was kind of shocked.
I was actually in a Dear Evan Hansen audition.
I had already committed to a different university, and I was trying to get excited about going, and it was going to be good. And I was at work, and I was in a meeting, and I come out of the meeting, and I had been checking my email nonstop, always refreshing. And at this point, I had like given up. I was like, you gotta stop checking, it's hurting yourself. But I get back to my office, and I sit down at my desk, and completely by accident, my thumb hits the email app on my phone, and it opens up the app, and it refreshes, and there was something from Carnegie Mellon. And I was like, that's weird. And I go, and I like totally thought I was seeing things. And I click on it, and it said, like, a spot has opened up. You have been accepted to Carnegie Mellon. And this is like May 5th. Like, literally the impossible occurred. And I remember just looking down at my phone and being like, oh my God. And my boss was sitting next to me in the room, and he was like, is everything okay? And I was like, Rick, I just got into Carnegie Mellon. And he's like a theater person, and so he was like, oh my God, and he knew what I had been going through in terms of the waiting process, and he was like, get out of here, call your mom.
So my application was a little bit different because I got in through a pre-college program. So I kind of found out in the middle of like September, before I had even actually applied. I knew that I had gotten accepted to the School of Drama, and I think I freaked out, and I like ran outside my house, and I told my whole family, and then I called my director from high school, and she just started screaming into the phone. I think she screamed for 30 seconds straight.
Kind of like stumbled upon it when I was doing like college, the college audition process. Yeah, it wasn't a name that I was really familiar with until I like sat down and like paid attention to like the schools and, you know, studying theater. And so like once I did apply, once I did come on audition is when I really started to like hear about like the hype and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, well, all right, let's see. And then I got in, and then I, you know, weighted against the other schools that I was looking at, and it just kind of seemed like the best place to come.
I was in my dorm at Pace University talking to my best friend at the time and my roommate, and I missed the call. And I looked down at my phone, and I saw I had a missed call, and I freaked out. So I called back, and I talked to Jed. And I have a video of this acceptance, which we can probably insert like a cute little 10-second clip of. I got into Carnegie Mellon! Literally! I am elated. I just remember, like, I was going through such a hard time. Like, that period of my life was one of the hardest times I've ever had. And getting that call was the first time that I felt hopeful again.
I found out when it was right after candlelight mass at my high school, and I just started sobbing immediately. I was so excited. It was kind of unreal, but it felt right.
I was the assistant director of a senior thesis at Michigan, and the director said something along the lines of like, you know, in 2 minutes I'm gonna need you to do this. And I was like, great, sounds good, you know, ready to press play on something or whatever. 2 minutes passed, and he was like, okay, Cameron, now. And I looked down at my phone, and I was getting a call from Pittsburgh, and I was like, and it was the most uncomfortable, anticlimactic moment for this poor director. And I was like, I have to take this call, I'm so sorry. I step out, I'm in the hallway of the equivalent of Purnell at Michigan, and I answer the phone, it's Jed, and the first thing he said was, do you want to join us next year? And I did not know the answer. I thought I might stay in Michigan, so I didn't know what to say. And I was like, yes, but it took me until July 30th of that year to actually decide that I was coming here.
Honestly, it's kind of like the education that I've always like fantasized about. Yeah, I went to like a regular public school like all my life. You know, like I hear things about like LaGuardia and like the Fame School, and like see like TV shows like Victorious and whatnot, to be like, oh wow, like that's a crazy like high school experience to be going to some performing arts school. So I feel like I'm finally like getting a piece of that now, and like it's awesome. It's awesome.
I thought that it would be a really harsh environment, you know, really, I thought it would be really cutthroat and people would be kind of malevolent just because it is such a highly renowned program. But it hasn't turned that way at all. I think a lot of people are kind of gravitating towards empathy, which is super nice. That's what I've noticed. That might change because I'm only first year.
Anytime somebody asks me how's Carnegie Mellon in the past 2 years, I've said it gets better every day. And that has been true. And I would even say that that's true to this day. At first, it was getting better every day because the classes were challenging and the projects were informative, and I was making friends and learning about myself and learning about my craft. But now I think it gets better every day because I am conquering challenges that I didn't think that I would need to face. And I'm compromising in ways that I didn't think I would need to, but those challenges, those obstacles, have taught me just as much as the fruitful projects and the good teachers. And I still wouldn't give this experience back for anything.
Like freshman year, I came in like super excited. I mean, like I feel like the amount of times I would say so grateful to be here, like in like a single day, was just like, oh my god. So like that was definitely a phase, and that's a very real phase, and I'm glad to have had that kind of like honeymoon phase with the school, and I'm glad to have had that last me so long, as long as it did. But then you know, you start to see things, you start to hear things, you start to experience things, whether it be life, whether it be interactions with faculty members, other students, stuff within your own head, that, you know, kind of puts a little damper on that, you know, excitement. But like,
for a while it was difficult in that, I mean, I spent 18 years in Texas, and everybody that I knew almost was in Texas, and so for a while it was settling in, but especially second semester, I got close to a lot of people in my class, and that felt really nice, and now I have a lot of friends that are in the same field as me and interested in similar things, and at Carnegie Mellon everyone kind of has that driven, like, wanting to learn mindset, which is something that I've always prized in people.
I've also really gained an appreciation for things that I never thought I would even know about, like dramaturgy and dramaturgy.
It's all felt a little heavier than I ever expected. Just the weight of the projects and the people on them and how much I care about them as artists and their goals with everything has been a lot.
I've seen myself grow more as like a person and as just generally like through my skills, I've seen myself grow too. But I think it's been positive. Like there have been very hard times where I've had to like take a step back from my work and say I need to take care of myself. But I've improved so many of my skills. I'm so much better at talking to people now and working in a group and like figuring out my life as an adult.
The first 2 years of the curriculum were just rigorous and fruitful and had me in those directing classes really doing the work right off the bat with people who are so incredibly talented. It just, like, I'm in awe every day. It's something I'm deeply grateful for. But it doesn't come without its struggles, and you know, every institution kind of has the way that they have learned how to do something, and I've definitely found a lot of situations where running into history of the way something was done inhibits the growth of the future.
Respect is such like a, I don't know, a weird thing. It's like we're at like this point where we're expected to show it to like this level. The people who are at this level like barely have to like come down to like meet us with that respect, and it's like we're expected to like eschew so many of our issues and our personal traumas and whatnot to do the work. But when their work is facilitating our work, and sometimes I just feel as if they're not upholding their end of the bargain.
Oh gosh, I didn't ask you that in 5 years, but I don't know. Right now, I'm struggling with what to declare. So, I guess I'd love them to tell me what to declare, or that it really doesn't matter.
Someone once told me to curb my passion, and I would say to always do the antithesis of that and lead with the things that you're most passionate about. And never curb that passion, because it's what drives you as a person, and that is invaluable.
It's okay. Like, just try your best and stop letting your fear of what you can't become prevent you from trying to become it. Because you have no idea what is possible when you stop allowing your fears to like be your life.
You're always gonna have this home. You're never gonna lose this sense of sanctuary. Whether it's here or LaGuardia, you will always have a home base, a mothership, a community that I can go to every day and feel like myself in.